Welcome to Sew Very Easy. My name is Laura, and I often like to travel with handwork, and the handwork is embroidery work. And embroidery is not difficult at all. Matter of fact, a lot of the stitches really are straight stitches. It's just how you combine those straight stitches that make the embroidery work. So today I'm going to share with you some of the projects that I'm working on and some of the basic stitches to get you started. So at the moment I have 3 little projects going. One that I haven't started yet, and 2 that I sort of have in different places. I do mail order these from a company called Little Fish. So I get all the supplies that I need in one little package. And they do come like this. So the little packages come with everything I need. I have the hoop, the needle, the thread, the fabric that's pre-printed, and all of the stitches that I need are step-by-step photos. So I have that hoop and all of my thread. And these are nice little projects that are fun to do. So I'm almost done this one. So I have the picture to go along with. It tells me what color I'm going to use, and in this case it's 01. I need the lazy daisy stitch and 3 strands. So I'll look on the back, find that lazy daisy stitch, and I'm going to be able to follow it. Here's another one that's on a darker fabric. Same idea as I'm going to make this flower, it's just in a darker fabric. And if you're just starting out, some of these little small projects are a lot of fun to start with. The first thing we need to consider is how are we going to start stitching. Some people like to stitch in the hoop, and some like to just hold this in the hand. The whole thing we have to keep in mind is we do want our work to stay flat. So if we pull that thread tight and pull that embroidery in, then we need to use a hoop so it doesn't allow us to do that. So some stitches are better in the hoop, and you might find some are better just by hand. There's no right or wrong. We just need the embroidery to stay flat. These particular kits come with the threads already on these little cards that are numbered. And there are a few different ways that we can separate those threads. We're going to have one really long thread, and there's 6 threads wrapped all together on one. So when it says you need 2 threads, you're not using 2 of these large threads, you're needing 2 of those small little threads inside. There's a few ways we can get them. You can take one thread out and hold all the rest and just pull that thread out, and all that thread is just going to gather in your hand. Just let it go slow so it doesn't tangle up, and it's going to pull right out, and then that will just straighten itself out. Now you're going to be able to only take out one at a time. Another way is to separate the threads, and you can do 2 at a time this way. So open up those threads and then just put your finger in and let that thread unwind. And it's easier if you do it standing up so you don't have your thread on the counter. So I now have 2 threads pulled out of that 6th strand. So we're going to put 2 threads inside the eye of the needle. Some patterns will take different amounts of threads. I'll use the side here to show you some stitches. For myself, I don't put any knots at all. I just put that thread in the back, coming right where I'm going to start. So if my first row is going to start there, I'm going to just come out there. I'm going to hold it down with my hand and start stitching. As I'm stitching, I'm going to catch that thread in a couple of stitches as I go along the back. So it's going to sort of follow my stitching line. So one of the very first stitches that we need to learn how to do is a running stitch. So we can work that needle in and out as we go along. We do want to keep the stitches the same. So we'll have the same space as the same stitch. And that is a running stitch. The next popular stitch is a back stitch. So my first thread is going to come out in the middle of a stitch. So I'm going to go down and up. So you see that stitch is coming out of the middle. And I'm going to do a really big one so you can see. But you would do them a lot smaller. So I have that thread coming out, and that needle is going right on each side. When we pull, we're going to have that loop, and just have that loop go flat. The next place I'm going to put down is right where that needle has come up. That thread's going to be in the middle, and pull the thread through. So I'm not overlapping the threads, but this thread is always going to be in the center. Where I've left off, I go down, have that piece go to the center, and pull up. And that back stitch gives us a nice straight line on the front and a thicker line along the back. French knots are a lot of fun to do. I'm going to come up right where I make that French knot. So if you have a dot, you're going to come up in that dot. I've just come a little bit aside so that you can see it. Take the end of the thread that's coming out, and you're going to wrap it around the point of that needle. Once, twice, and even 3 times. I will then go back and go right beside that hole that I came out of. We want to keep your thread nice and neat, so you're going in, honestly, 1 thread beside it. When you pull that thread through, it creates a knot. Before I pull it in, I do like to straighten up that knot, but you don't want to go super tight because then all of that thread will not go through. We just need to have that little wrap look nice and clean. Hold that end and push that needle through. I do like to just hold that top of the knot as I'm pulling that thread in, just to keep it from tangling. And when I lift up my thumb, I have that knot. A lazy daisy stitch will go around these little pieces. So we have that little daisy shape. I'm going to come up where that point is. Now I'm going to go back down in that same hole. But as I go down, I'm going to have that needle come up right here at the end of that little loop. So I've come up, I'm going down, and I'm poking through on that loop. So the thread that's coming out is going to go around that needle. And to close that loop, we're going right on the other side of that loop. And we'll continue that to go all the way around to make a daisy. To make these shapes that are filled in, they're straight stitches. So we're going to start, and we're stitching from that center over all the way up. And then we're going to work our way back down. So this would be one of those leaf shapes. I'm going to start just going from one side up all the way till we get to the point, and then we're going to work our way back. So this line here is going to be our center line. So the center line would be right there underneath that embroidery. And you can just see that they're really just straight stitches. Those are the basic stitches to do the embroidery. This area, we just have one straight stitch. Nothing fancy. Come up, go back down. Come up, go back down. So we have some of those little leaf stitches right there. So we can do big and small. It doesn't matter the sizes. They're just straight stitching. For this particular project, we can do straight stitches. We can do French knots. The flowers are straight stitches, but we're just filling in the different colors. So the colors are going to blend. You're going to start with those bottom colors and just build up as you go out. This will be French knots and daisy stitches. This was just straight stitches all the way around, and then it was filled in with some French knots. And you can see where we have those directions that are giving us step by step to get to what we need. So those were some of the basic stitches for embroidery. A lot of them are really just straight stitching. It's just where are we coming up and where are we going back down. The only one that has that really loop is the lazy daisy stitch. Once you get that one done, it's a lot of fun to do. As you go along, the stitching will become a lot easier and you'll be able to change the patterns to the way you want. If you don't want to do a running stitch, well, then you can always do a back stitch. And that's what creates projects that are unique all on our own. Of course, as with all projects, we can get more complicated patterns, but I love these quick little ones. They're easy just to pick up and I can sew with them in many different places of the house, or I can travel with them. And they come with all my supplies, so I don't have to think about it. I'll put a link in the description if you're interested in giving it a try. And thank you for joining me today on Sew Very Easy. Feel free to subscribe. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. I do have a newsletter, all under Sew Very Easy. Thanks again. Bye for now.